Up early this morning. Up early this morning here in the Caliente Garage. Hey, good morning, Brian. What's up with you? I'm up early this morning. Got my coffee. That's good. That's some good coffee there. Brian, you say you can't tell if the Woody 50th anniversary pictures are real? I mean, the new model is out, so I don't know why you can't tell if the pictures are real. The weather? Actually, it's a nice day today. It's Saturday morning, and I think the weatherman is calling for like the 60s today. I may even get out there and try to get me a ride in. Let me look at and see what the weather is for today. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. What is the weather like today? I'm thinking that the weatherman says it's supposed to be warm today. Let me pull it up and see what they're saying. I may try to turn a few corners myself. Okay, it's a 10% chance of rain. They're showing a high of 72. Is that correct? That can't be correct. I'm just going to look at my local weather and see what they're saying. Good morning, everybody. You guys are up early. What are you guys doing up so early, man? I figure you guys would be sleeping late today. Yeah, they showing today a high of 72, and then it's supposed to have a low of 40. And I guess after today, it's going to drop back down into the 40s. So it's going to get cold after today. Yeah, so it's a chance of rain starting at 1 p.m. today. So it don't look like I'm going to get a chance to get out and ride today. I don't want to get my bike dirty, man. That new Gold Wing is hard to clean. I hate to put all that work into trying to clean my bike up and then, have to go through the rain just to try to clean it back up. Robert saying it's time to ride. It's going to be 73 in Trenton, Georgia. Okay. Sounds good.
And you would like to see to the new style.
Let me get off of that. Man, I had to purchase I had to replace my PC on this in my garage. It's not my main system that I do my videos on, but when I want to do like, live in the garage and stuff like that, I use this particular garage system. And the other day, I hadn't used my system in a while, man, and I don't know what happened. I came out, after the new Gold Wing was released. I said I'm gonna do a live in a garage, and my system was lagging, and I don't know what was going on. I went back into the house, checked my home system, my main system. It was working fine, internet fast. Come out to the garage. I said, man, I can't figure out what's going on. I was pissed, so I ended up buying another system that I use to do my videos out here. Matter of fact, there's the box there behind me. Hey, good morning, Charles. I see you, my brother. What's going on, Charles? Man, I'm just out here up early in the Caliente Garage this morning, seeing what you guys are doing. Harold saying expecting snow in Philly. Hey, Harold, you can keep that snow up to the north. Hey, what do y'all think about this new Honda Gold Wing? The new colors. I know some of you guys missed my video, my live on last night. You always hear it. Man, I miss your live feed. I miss your live feed. Well, you on with me this morning. Brian said, hey, Chris, just catching you live, which is cool. How's the weather? Okay. Good morning, Robert. Car and motor washing yard work for this AM. Fertilizing time and weed prevention for Texas. Yeah, I need to get out in the yard myself and try to get some of these remaining leaves. I don't even have trees in my yard. Everybody else leaves blow into my yard, and I have to get up their leaves. I don't think that's right. That's not fair. So what do y'all want to talk about this morning? Y'all up early this morning with me? What's up, Jarvis Biker? You have snow in your yard. That's not fair. I guess not. You up in Canada. What do y'all want to talk about this morning? Talk to me. I'm going to let y'all choose the topic today. What do y'all want to... Well, we'll get that off of there. That don't need to be there. I see you, Jarvis Biker. What do y'all want to talk about this morning? You guys are up early with Caliente this morning. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. Can y'all see my number up on the screen? 901-468-9032. That's a direct line to the Caliente Garage right now. There it is. What are you waiting on? What's on your mind, Jarvis? I see you, JT Benz. What's up? Barry Wilson said, don't see it. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me okay? Guy Lupo. Hey, Chris. Good morning. Checking in from Babylon, New York. Lupo, the locomotive madman. I've never heard of Babylon, New York. I need to look that up. Babylon, New York. Let me look at this. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna be up on your end this year, guy. I plan on coming up that way. Maybe you can catch up with me. Grazzanio, you're following from Italy. There we go. There the comments are. Barry Wilson, 64 in his area. What's up, Joe McGee? 66 in Texas. Barry Wilson, is it still posted? Is what still posted, Barry? Hey, good morning, Oscar. JT Benz, any suggestion for the novice garage huggers on a heating source while toying around? Any suggestions for us novice garage huggers? So you want to know what's a good source for heat in your garage when you're not riding your bike? Is that what you're asking, JT? JT, I kind of use like a dish heater here in my garage. I got a couple different heating sources. I got a dish heater and I have a kerosene heater. in my garage. I actually have the dish heater just behind me. I need to reach over and grab it and show you what I use for garage heat. Matter of fact, let me grab it right quick, JT, since you're asking about a heating source while toiling around in the garage. Stand by. JT, if that's your question, now I use this dish heater. I don't have it connected right now. Right now it's probably maybe 60 degrees here in this garage. This thing here, man, works great. It's made by Presto, and it's got the little settings on the top, high, medium, and low. So you plug this thing in, and it'll directly it'll direct the heat wherever you point the dish. So instead of a regular heater just heating up the area, this here is like a focus heat. So I use this in the wintertime, and I also use a kerosene heater. It works really well. I picked this thing up at Costco. As a matter of fact, I have about 3 of them. I have a couple of them in the house. The first lady actually stole one from me, so I had to get another one. So she commandeered it. Joe says 66 in Texas. Yeah, JT. Hey, what's on y'all mind? What do y'all want to talk about today? I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to kick it off. My phone line is open right now. 901-468-9032. (901-468-9032). How often do I come to Alabama? TJ, not that often. I kind of generally pass through Alabama lots of times. As a matter of fact, I'll be passing through Alabama because it's my intentions to go to Daytona Bike Week. And with that being said, I'm going to be passing through Alabama. I don't know the dates as of yet. I know it's around the first part of March. I think for Daytona Bike Week. And it depends on the weather. If the weather's good, I plan on riding. But I'll be coming through Alabama. What is the average cost of a clutch replacement of a 05 Goldwing? V Law. I have no idea. But there's a place in Paducah, Kentucky. It's a Honda dealership, and they actually do that type of work. It's not many bike shops want to touch a Goldwing, especially when it comes to gears and things like that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a telephone number I think I can get a telephone number. If not, you can text me. Matter of fact, let's do this here. If you want to know the telephone number of the shop that can work on your clutch for your '05 Goldwing V-Law, you can text me at 901-468-9032. You can call me at that number, or you can text me at this same number, and I'll give you the number of the shop that can replace your clutch. They're out of Paducah, Kentucky. So I'm not sure how far are you from Paducah, Kentucky. Where are you located there, V-Law? Brian, anyone had success with the AliExpress Goldwing parts? It has done me well and saved tons of course. I've never used AliExpress myself, not personally. I don't know if any of the viewers have actually used that. Do I ever get to Chattanooga Power Sports? Robert Richardson. Chattanooga Power. I have not. I've been to Southern Honda Power Sports, and I've actually been through Chattanooga, but I've never been to Chattanooga Power Sports. Let me look that up. We're gonna look that up. I don't think I've ever heard of them. We're going to do this here. I'm going to let you see the same thing I'm seeing. And this is for Robert Richardson. I see Mountain Motorsports in Chattanooga. We got Southern Honda in East Ridge, which, I've been there. I actually bought my first sports bike. Robert, I don't see the dealership you're referring to. Chattanooga Power Sports. Are you referring to Southern Honda Power Sports? I don't see a Chattanooga Power Sports. You're going to have to be more specific there, Robert. I actually purchased my first sports bike in Chattanooga. I had a Suzuki TL 1000 that I purchased in Chattanooga. I just don't remember the name of the shop. They sold a lot of sports bikes and stuff like that. That was years ago. Okay, let me go back, Robert. You saying you are right. I just used the city name. The Godfathers there. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're talking about Southern Honda Power Sports. Yeah. Yeah, I go there sometimes. I think the last time I was at Southern Honda, I was planning on doing an event there. And this was last October and November. But the weather wasn't good. And I put out a video actually postponing that particular event there at Southern Honda. Next thing I look up, somebody else running out to Southern Honda. Imagine that. Imagine that. Brian, you got the upper and mid lower wind deflectors and lights. Brian, where did you get the your deflectors from? Robert says you missed my end of the year ride. Hey man, yeah, we had a good ride. It was a good end of the year ride. You know what amazes me is some of the bikers local won't even show up, but I'll have guys from out of town to show up. Imagine that. Quam. Ooh, I can't even pronounce that. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna send you that information about the people that can replace your clutch. I got it right here in my phone. So when I get a minute, I'll send it. After you click in the first gear, the bike will pull forward and then shut off while the clutch is pulled in. Seems like somebody has had that same problem. Let me get this straight. After starting the bike, you click it in the first gear, the bike will pull forward and shut off while the clutch is pulled in. I don't know. You may can try to adjust that little knob on your clutch, the little dial. It seemed like your clutch is engaging. I've heard somebody's had that same problem. It seemed like your clutch is engaging, even though you have the clutch disengaged. So I don't know if you can turn that little wheel on your clutch handle, and maybe that will help. I'm not sure when the last time you changed your fluid, but on that particular bike, you do have a hydraulic clutch, so it may need. I'm not sure what it may need. But I'll give you a phone number of someone who will know exactly what's going on with that. All pieces swing and adjust in pretty quality stuff. Brian, where did you get your wind deflectors from? Did you get them from Wind Wings, or are you talking about another brand? You're welcome. I got you. I'm just checking out your comments here. I need to be out there riding. I got a box cutter. Let me grab something here. Hey Brian, where did you get your wind deflectors from? You didn't put that in your comments. I have, as a matter of fact. Speaking of wind deflectors, these are the wind deflectors that I have on my bike. If you guys missed the video of how to put these on, man, these things work great. That's one of the things about the new style Honda Gold Wing is that when you're riding, you get a lot of wind, and the next thing you know, it's trying to pull your shirt off. Your shirt is all puffed up because you're getting a lot of wind on your body. When you're on this new wing, I promise you, you add these on here, and that's going to block a lot of that wind. So I have the lower wings. I think I have those behind me as well. As a matter of fact, I got the lower deflectors. These here going on the front of the Honda Gold Wing down near the engine of the new Honda Gold Wing, down near the engine. And then these kind of go on top, right? Kind of like that. They bolt right up on the side of the bike. Look at that. They bolt right up on the side of the bike. And then you can deflect that air. So when you have this thing mounted on the front of your Honda Gold Wing, it blocks a lot of the wind. It blocked. And this, to be honest with you, this was really kind of the game changer for me once I put these on. Now, the negative side is they kind of get in the way of your legs if you're trying to stretch out on your highway pegs. But in just normal riding, it doesn't matter. So, but even for me, even when I stretch my legs out on the highway pegs, it's not a big deal. But if I had anything negative to say, they kind of stick out. So if you want to put your legs out on the highway pegs, they kind of stick out. But as far as blocking a lot of the wind, oh, these things work, man. And to be honest with you, once I put these on my bike and I got that wind to stop puffing up my shirt and stop trying to pull my shirt off, yeah. These wind deflectors. And then I have some for the, you can probably see them right there. They're actually up under my mirrors. And I got these from Wind Wings. They work great. So this is what I use on my Gold Wing. I haven't put these back on because, I'm going to have to take my bike in for this recall in a few weeks. And I'm debating, do I want to put these things back on just to pull them back off? So, once I get ready to take my bike in, I'm going to try to remove much as I can before I hand it to them, man. Because my bike is not normal. I got so much on my bike. I really hate to have the recall done. To be honest with you, I'm tempted to not even do the recall and just ride. Because I hate, man, my bike got a lot of stuff on it. And I just, I was never intending on taking all this stuff off. But anyway, neither here nor there. If you don't have any wind deflectors for your bike, I highly recommend them. So whether you go with Wind Wings, which is who I recommend, whoever you want to go with, that's fine. These make a world of difference, especially if you want to keep all that wind off of you when you're riding a new bike, and it'll stop puffing up your jacket, stop trying to pull your shirt off of you. That was one of the things about the new Gold Wing that I didn't like. It doesn't have the big fairing like the older Gold Wing. So the older Gold Wing will block a lot of that wind, which is good when it's cold. But in the summertime, this bike I like better because it gets a lot of wind on you. But these wind deflectors will cut down on all that wind that's blowing on you if you want to channel that air away from you, or you can turn it in. So just want to show you guys what I have on my bike. Y'all up early with Caliente today. Okay, that's what I'm after right there. Oh yeah, we cooking with Crisco. We are good to go. Good to go. Everything is working. Good morning, everybody. Y'all on with Caliente this morning. My phone line is open, 901-468-9032. Don't be scared. 901-468-9032. You on with Caliente. Talk to me. I'm always getting, my phone rings every time I shut the live feed off. Then my phone start blowing up. My phone started blowing up. And I said, they will call once I turn off the live feed. Now the live feed is on and the phone line is quiet. Don't be scared. Nine zero 468-9032. David is watching. David's Bispels. David Bispels is watching. I see you there, F6B. Dewan Smith. You just had the recall done on your 2018 and the dealer did the air filter for $60 plus the filter. And thoughts that were okay. I'm reading this like you guys are typing it. I just had the recall done on my 2018 and the dealer did the air filter for $60 plus the air filter and thought that was a great deal after watching videos on how to do it. Any thoughts about the prices that has been posted on the net? They seem to be all over the place. Yeah, that's a good question, Dewan Smith. Honestly, as it relates to the air filter, I'm not 100% sure what all they have to do with this recall. I know they have to take off the gas tank. I wish they can go from up under the bottom of the bike where they don't have to take off the gas tank. I'm not sure if that's even possible. I was going to let the dealership do my air filter since, they had to take off the gas tank anyway. But here recently I did my own air filter. I don't think they have to take off the front air filter portion to be able to do that recall. But they kind of already down there anyway. Because to get to that air filter portion, you got to take off the side panels and you got to take off the top shelter. So I'm not sure if they would need to do that to just do the boat recall. But getting back to your main question, what do I think about, the prices that, people are charging to do the air filter? That air filter job is tough. That's one of the reasons why I hadn't showed step by step on how to do it. It's just a lot. And if there's any videos out there on how to change the air filter, people want to charge you money. They want to charge you for, to be able to see how to change the air filter. And I can kind of understand why, because it's a tough job. But your original question, what do I think about the prices that are floating around out there? I don't know. If they only charge you $60 extra to do your air filter, I would say that was a hell of a deal. I talked to one writer in Texas. He said that the dealership wanted, I think, an extra $100 or $100 and some bucks to do the air filter, if I'm saying it correctly. But if that's all you have to pay is $60 or $150 or either $200, I think it's worth it, because that air filter job is tough. In my personal opinion, if you're going in for the recall and you haven't done the air filter, just let them do it. I don't know what they're going to charge you, even if they say, well, it's going to be $200. To me, it'll be worth it, in my personal opinion, because that air filter job is tough by itself. Just by itself is tough. Now, the more you do it, the better off the faster you could do it. But everybody's bike is set up different. I have so many wires and things on my bike. Man, it's going to take a bum tech to disable all the wires I got. So, yeah, it's worth the price. Let's see here. What are you asking me? What's up, brother? Do you think you would ever do a video replacing the front speakers? The OEM speakers are terrible. I haven't planned on it. I don't really get into a lot of the music. Most of the time when I'm riding, and for people that ride with me know, when I'm riding, most of the times I'm recording. So I rarely get a chance to just listen to the music on the bike. But the average rider, they want to listen to music, when they're going down the road. So there are some guys out there that's throwing in these systems and upgrading the speakers. And I do understand. For me personally, I never play my sound system. I rarely turn it on. So I don't think I'm going to do a video showing how to replace the speakers. You're just going to have to get in there and start tearing some things off. That's all I can tell you at that point. Or you're going to have to take it to somebody and let them do it for you. But I don't plan on doing a video on how to change out the speakers. I really just don't listen to music when I'm riding. I wish I could be there, but still building my son's 84 1200. Okay, that was Tucker. I guess you was referring to Daytona. How is my live feed? Is it smooth? Is it clear? Is it lagging? It should sound good, much as I spent to replace this thing. I wasn't planning on it, man. I was pissed. I got my old system sitting right here next to me. I actually built it. But, it would have took me time to get a new tower, to get a motherboard, a processor, I didn't want to go through all of that. I just bought another system. Totally unexpected. So I figured I would get my money's worth and get out here today and just talk to you guys here live in the garage. Yeah, V-Law says perfect. Thank you, V-Law. I wish it was perfect other night. I was about 5 days behind because as soon as the 2025 released, I got a call. But I was not in position to talk about it. So I said, well, I'll deal with it tomorrow, which would have been the following day. So the following day, I decided to come out here and do a live and go over this 2025. Well, my system was crashing and it was doing a number and it pissed me off so bad. I took down part of the video that I had up and I said, I'll deal with it another day. Well, the following day, I couldn't do it because, I was going to be away from home for at least 24 hours. And then when I got home the following day, I went to purchase this system here behind me. And then it took me all day to get it updated, to get all my stuff put back on, to get my software and all that stuff put back into the new system. And so I was not able to even comment on the 2025 until last night. So I was late to the party. But that's okay because Honda didn't make any changes anyway, other than I think they added the wireless Apple CarPlay / Android Auto. And they took off the native GPS. I don't think Honda made any other changes to the 2025 other than the colors and adding the 50th year anniversary badges to the 50th year model. I think on a certain model of that particular year, if I'm saying it correctly. I don't think they're going to put badges on all of the bikes for 2025. I think only the certain bikes. Certain gold wings and the changes to the color. So that was pretty much it. So yeah, I was late to the party, but there wasn't no changes anyway, as far as I'm concerned. And as far as wireless Apple CarPlay, I think that's a good idea, But, you know, for every advantage, there's a disadvantage. So if you're going to go with a wireless Apple CarPlay, that means that you're going to have to, unless they're giving you a wireless dongle to plug in, I could see them not giving you a place to plug in your phone. Because currently, and I could be wrong because I don't know. I haven't seen the 2025 yet. But as it stands right now, you have a cable in your glove box. You plug in your phone cable and plug the other end into the phone. And after you pair your headset to the bike, that makes the Apple CarPlay work. So if they're going to a wireless Apple CarPlay, my question is, are they going to give you that cable plug in for your phone inside of the glove box? They may not. But it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Honda does not include a power cable or a charging cable / data cable inside of the glove box. I could see them not giving you anything. But I could be incorrect. Time will tell. And the only reason I say that is because if they're going to a wireless Apple CarPlay, then what's the point of plugging in your phone? So with that being said, it sounds like to me, and I could be wrong, I'm only speculating, that you're going to have to pair your phone to the bike and you're going to have to pair your headset to the bike, unless they eliminated the headset part. But I believe, and I could be incorrect, I believe you're going to have to pair your phone to the bike and pair your headset to the bike. And if that's the case, will they include that cable inside of the glove box? Because, you know, a lot of times these companies, when they give you one thing, they take something away. So if they're giving you wireless Apple CarPlay, are they going to still include that power cable inside of the glove box, that data cable? Because at that point, you would not need to plug in your phone. And if that's the case, then how are you going to charge your phone? You're going to have some type of charging device. So it goes back to a cable. So to me, having wireless Apple CarPlay, I can't see the real big advantage of that. Because you're going to have a cable somewhere in the line. Y'all excuse me. Got these sinuses working this morning. Okay. Ronnie Davis said, why do you not have the tip over protection from Traction Dynamics? Here's my question. Why haven't Traction Dynamics sent me any? Well, what do you mean? Well, if I'm going to take your product and I'm going to show it to the world, should I have to pay for them, or should you send them to me? Now, if you sent them to me, what do you have to lose? So yes, I could buy the tip over protection and put it on my Gold Wing and tell everybody, hey man, this tip over protection is the best thing since sliced bread. But what's in it for me? So I'm not saying it's a good product. I'm not saying it's a bad product. But why would you not send them to me? Let me put them on my bike, make a video on how to install it, and help advertise your product to make you money. The only thing I would get out the deal is some free tip over protection. So getting back to your original question, why do I not have the tip over protection on my bike? Why haven't they not have been sent to me? That's all I'm saying. I'm just keeping it real. And the reason why I say that, because most of the companies that make products for the Gold Wing, they'll send them to me. Now, some things I'll buy, but some things people will send to me. And when I did the video on the battery extender bolts, I have the battery extender bolts on my bike. I put them on the previous generation. I bought the Traction Dynamics battery extender bolts. I did a video on it. As a matter of fact, I can pull up the video to show you guys. And the video got a lot of views. And a lot of people went out and bought these battery extender bolts after I was recommending them. And also, Traction had a video, I think, as well. I reached out to Traction to say, hey, man, I did a video on how to put these battery extender bolts on. You know, I've been advertising them for you. And after about 4 attempts to get a hold of, you guys know who I'm talking about, they finally responded back with one word: thanks. That's all I got out of that video. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull that video up. Show you guys what I'm talking about. And I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus or say anything bad about anybody. I'm just calling it the way it is. Okay, let me go to my browser. Bam, there it is. I got the battery extender bolts here. Video only did just under 4,000 views. I talked about it here. Did just under 4,000 views. And I did a video here on how to put them on, just under 3,000 views. Okay. So I recommended these things to all of my viewers. Okay. I recommended these things to all of my viewers. I said, hey, they're great. And I recommend them even now. But after I reached out to you know who and said, hey, I did a video on your product. After 4 attempts of trying to reach the person, I got one word back: thanks. That was it. That was it. So you mean to tell me out of nearly 10,000 views, that's all I get is a thanks? I didn't get anything out the deal. So, you know, a lot of times if these companies want me to put their products on my bike, I'll be glad to put them on their bike. But some of these companies have to be willing to send me some things too, because it only makes them money. That's all I'm saying. Chris, where did you get the wind wings? I had them on my 06, but I thought they went out of business. I picked them up at a company called Wind Wings. Wind Wings. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull it up and show it to you guys, in case you guys want to. Excuse me. In case you guys want to. Let's do this here. I'll go back. This is the company that I use, windwings.net. Windwings.net. I actually had a friend of mine, or a viewer, actually contacted me last night, and he was complaining about some things, not with the product, but I guess with some shipping. I'm not going to get into that because I don't know either side of the story. But this is who I use, windwings.net. Why is that there? Okay. And so let's say you have a new style Honda Gold Wing. You're going to you go down here. There's the menu, the 01 through 10, 20, 12 through 17. 2018 through 24. So let's say you have a new style Honda Gold Wing. You're going to click on this tab right here. And it's going to pull up the wind wings. There's the colors. Okay. We got the different colors. We got the prices underneath. You can click add to the cart. So they got a black for the 2018. It's the 2-piece short set. 2-piece short set. 2-piece short set. This is our third piece for the 2018 design for the long-legged rider. So they actually do it in 3 pieces. So for the 2-piece, let me go here right quick. Go back over here. So this is the 2-piece. Okay. This is for the new style Honda Gold Wing. Now, if I go back to the browser, this is what they're talking about. The 2-piece. Now, if you come down and you want to get that third piece right here, the third piece is going to go on here, I'm assuming, down here for 3 pieces, because you got a piece here, right? So I guess it's going to give you an additional one here on the bottom. You're going to add $90. Yeah, so here we go. It's actually showing you a picture. Let me go here. So it's showing you a picture of the 2-piece. And then you have the knee wing for 2018. Let me go back to here. And this would be your knee wing. Go back to the browser. That's your knee wing. Then you have the mirror wing. So if I move my head a little bit, you can kind of see right behind me, there's the mirror wing. So that website is winwings.net. Winwings.net. And actually, he actually sent me those. He actually sent me those under my mirror. And that's the thing about these products. You know, if you scratch my back, I don't mind scratching your back. But if I take the time out and do a video for you, you can send me something. If you don't want to send me anything, that's your right. But I don't have to advertise your products. So to me, it's all about the money. That's what it all comes down to, the money. If you want to make more money, send me your product. I'll put it on my bike and I can talk about it. But if you don't want to send me your product for whatever reason may be, then obviously, you know, you don't want to make any extra money. Does that make sense? And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus because it applies to everybody. Ricky Mad Dog is watching. What's up, Ricky? I see you there, Ricky Mad Dog. TJ Tucker said he was talking about Daytona. He passed away September 23rd, and he was building it. Now it's mine. Okay. The one's crystal clear and smooth. Just checking out your guys' comments. If you guys want to get on with your boy Chris here this morning, 901-468-9032. Okay, M. Willem. Shipping is expensive, and I had trouble with customer service. No one would call me back. Terrence McClendon. What is the proper way to go to the dark side on the 2016 Gold Wing and not have a tire pressure sensor issue. That's easy. Hey, Terrence, what I did on my bike, I went to a car tire, but I didn't take off my tire pressure monitoring sensors. With the Gold Wings 2012 to the current date have tire pressure monitoring. So when you break the tire, you're going to have a sensor. As a matter of fact, man, you guys are getting freebies today. You got the tire pressure monitoring sensor inside of the wheel. So if you got a 2012 to the current model, you're going to have these inside of the wheel. As a matter of fact, I have some more sensors there behind me. So these are the tire pressure sensors inside of the 2012 through 2017. If you got a Gold Wing before 2012, you don't have to worry about these. It doesn't apply to you, right? So you got the new style Honda Gold Wing or 2012 and newer, right? You want to go to a car tire. You're not changing this out. You're going to leave this on the bike. So just make sure when you break the seal on that tire, when you take that tire off, that you don't damage these tire pressure monitoring sensors. So if you have the older Gold Wings, you're gonna have these valve stems that look like this. So if you got the 01 through 2010, because they didn't make a Gold Wing in 2011, your valve stem is gonna look like that. So when you break the seal, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have the 2012 and above, you're gonna have this sensor inside of the wheel. Okay, so very simple. The bottom line is when you dismount the rear tire or the front tire, doesn't matter. You're gonna leave that sensor in the wheel. You're just gonna put your car tire on the bike, right? So this is just gonna read the pressure that's in the tire. It doesn't know if you have a car tire on the bike, a motorcycle tire on the bike. It doesn't know if you have it doesn't know. It's just reading pressure, right? So that's it. You're just gonna put the tire on the bike. Okay. I think that answered your question. Go ahead, you on with Caliente. Live.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
This is Lorenzo from Davenport. I talked to you yesterday.
What's up, Lorenzo?
I forgot to ask you, what windshield do you use? Because the one I have that came with the 23, I get too much buffering on that windshield.
Yeah. I use the F4 custom windshield.
F4 custom windshield.
F4 custom windshield. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up their website.
Okay.
It's called F4 custom or F4 customs. Let's just look at F4 customs. We're not getting anything, are we? Let's do this here. What am I doing wrong? I think they're still in business. Let me go back. Let me do this here.
I sure hope so.
Let me just check, man. Some of these businesses, here today, gone tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't been to their site in a long time, but I'm assuming that they're still in business. Okay, here we go. Let me go back over here. Okay. There we go. I'm using a different browser. This browser is called Brave. So I don't generally, this is kind of my backup browser. The website is F4 Customs with an S F4customs.com. So you have,
Okay.
what year's your Gold Wing? The new style?
Yeah.
So you're going to
I
go,
have, I have a 23 Gold Wing.
okay, so you're going to go over to Honda. You're going to see the 2018 and up. They make them for the 2001 through 2017 and for the F6B and for the 1500. In your case, you're going to have the 2018 and newer. You're going to click on that. And then you got the windshields for the GL 1800, 2018 and newer. Now, I have the F4 Plus. Well, it's not the F4 Plus 4, but on the last big Gold Wing, I had the F4 Plus 4. So when I purchased my Gold Wing, I purchased the biggest windshield that they actually made at the time. So let's see here. Okay, so you see GL 1800 standard 16 inches, and then you have a standard 20 inches, and then you have a wide 24 inches. So let's see here. The 16 sport windshield and 20-inch motorcycle windscreens are manufactured. A standard width is 2.5 wider per side.
Okay.
Hold on, you must select when ordering. So it's going to be 2.5 inches wider. Please note. Okay, so basically you want to go with the 24-inch windshield. It's 4 inches taller than the stock windshield.
Okay.
Wait a minute. The F4 custom replacements wide width windscreens for the 2018 is 4 inches taller than the stock height on the tool, and 8 inches taller than the stock standard model. So on your windshield, I guess this one is saying it's 8 inches taller than the than that stock windshield.
Okay.
So that's what I have on my bike. I have this one.
Cool.
They got some Airwing products. Okay. But anyway, that's the website. F4customs.com.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you. Also, what editing software do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
Now you want some Caliente secrets. You're going to have to make a donation right now.
All right. I'll do that.
Yeah, huh? You're going to have to make a donation.
I'll do that.
Go to the YouTube.
Hey,
Go to the YouTube and click thanks. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, you can text me.
Okay.
I'll send you some information.
Okay.
I can't give away all the Caliente secrets.
Okay. Yeah. Hey man. Hey, all I watch is YouTube. I don't watch regular TV. So talking to you is like talking to a celebrity, and I just want to thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You know, especially when
you put out there.
I appreciate it, man. You know, people don't, especially when you're talking about getting into videoing. There's a lot. I mean, it's a lot to it. I mean, we make it look easy. The content creators make it look easy. You got to have editing software. You got to have cameras. You got to have lighting. You got to know how to edit. It's a lot to it. It's not impossible, but it's a lot to it. It's not as easy as it looks. Case in point, my system went down on me the other day. I had to go out and buy this thing. That was $1,000 that I was not ready to spend. Wow. Yeah. Now I could have probably went with something cheaper, but you pay for what you get, right? So, I mean, it's expensive to do videos. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Now some people may take a phone and just, do little videos on the phone, which that's probably the cheapest way to do it. But the way I do it is expensive. So, yeah.
Well, I don't want to do like motor vlog. I mean, that's a little bit too much for me. I just retired. So I just want to do like vacation videos and stuff like that. But motor vlogging, I don't. I'm gonna leave that to you. I'm gonna leave that
Now,
to the
now here's a
professional.
tip. Now here's a tip. No. Here's a tip. If you buy the like Insta360 camera, their software is free. So you can,
okay.
it comes with the it's called the Insta360 Studio.
Okay.
So if you buy a 360 camera, you're gonna get the editing software free.
Okay.
So I use several editing softwares depending on what I'm doing.
Okay.
I don't use one program. So, but yeah, that one is free for the Insta360 camera. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know how I started watching your videos when back in 2014.
Okay.
I was looking at a Harley. I was looking at what's that other, the Victory, and a couple more motorcycles. And then one day I just so happened to come across your video.
Okay.
In 2014, and that's how I started watching your videos. And I bought my bike watching your videos, and you've been an inspiration. I've been watching your videos ever since.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Lorenzo. That means a lot to me, man, because I put a lot into it. People have no idea. And people think all I do is just ride motorcycles and make videos. Man, I have a job like everybody else. I have to work like everybody else. So, nothing is given to me. Nothing is free. I have to work for everything just like everybody else. So I'm just putting it out there. So people, they think all I do is ride a motorcycle and make videos.
Right.
That's totally false.
Right.
If that was the case, how did I replace this thing? I mean, they're not giving this stuff away. So I appreciate it, man. I put a lot into it. And I thank God for the viewers and the followers that I do have.
Yeah.
I really do. I appreciate it.
You have a dedicated follower here, and I'm going to keep following your videos.
And once I retire, I can really dedicate myself full time.
Well, that's why I'm moving to Florida.
Yeah.
Now that I'm retired, I'm moving to Florida, and I'm going to start riding more often.
Yeah.
Right now, when I get cabin fever, I just watch your videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you get warmer weather there than we have up here in Davenport.
Yeah. And sometimes it takes a whole day just to edit a video. An entire day. So when you're talking about a work schedule and then trying to ride and then trying to add video and then editing, it takes up so much time. But people, they don't realize that. They just think I just ride and make videos. So yeah. Now once I retire, it'll be a total different ball game. So if you're a content creator and you're retired, you can dedicate every day to making videos. No big deal. But when you work a regular job, a 9 to 5, or you work, it takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why most of the time when people say, well, I don't know when you're going to do your live, I don't even know when I'm going to do my live, just depending on my schedule. I have a lot going on.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, Lorenzo. Thank you, my brother.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for calling.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Chris, you have any feedback on the Michelin tires for the 2018? Do I have any feedback on the new Michelin tires for the 2018? To be honest with you, I didn't even know they made Michelin tires for the 2018. I know the Gold Wing come with standard Bridgestones. I'm not familiar with the Michelins. I'm not saying you can't get Michelins for the new Honda Gold Wing. I'm just not familiar with it. Now, I will tell you this. On all of my automobiles, I ride nothing but Michelins. On my motorcycles, I'm running Pirelli and Bridgestone. So I'm not familiar with the Michelin tires for the 2018. If you guys have any experience with those Michelins for the 2018, you can drop it in the comments, because I haven't tried those for a motorcycle yet. But I love Michelin tires. That's the best tires that you can get, in my opinion, for your automobiles. So I'm assuming that if you put Michelin's on your bike, that you're gonna have that same level of tires on your motorcycle. And you ask, what's the proper way to go on the 16 and not have the tire pressure sensor issue? Well, what I did on my 16, I had Honda to disable, because at the time, this is what happened to me, Terrence. You know, on the Gold Wings prior to 2018, all you get is a tire pressure monitoring light, and I think you get a ABS light, if my memory served me right. The problem I had is my tire sensor would flash, and sometimes that means that the battery. What did I do with that thing? It's amazing. Oh. Inside of the tire pressure monitoring sensor, you got these little flat batteries. Now, they designed this thing to where, you know, once the battery is dead, you just chunk it. You could break the seal and try to get in there and put a new battery in there, but Honda is not going to replace the battery. They're going to just chunk the sensor. So I don't know if anybody that's changed the battery and make this thing work and keep a good seal. So if the battery dies, chunk it. Anyway, on the 2016, on the tire pressure monitoring, I was getting the light flashing on my sensor. I wasn't sure if the battery was down or something was wrong with my tire pressure monitoring system altogether. Make a long story short, come to find out, because I took the bike in under warranty, they said my batteries was down in my sensors, or in a sensor, and they was going to order some new sensors. But in the meanwhile, they could disable my tire pressure monitoring sensors altogether. You know, disable the system so my light wouldn't flash. And I thought, yeah, that would be great. As a matter of fact, don't even worry about ordering me tire sensors. Just disable my tire pressure monitoring altogether. Just disable it. So once they disabled it, I was able to take these off of my 2016 Honda Gold Wing. And I don't have it in front of me, but I went with regular valve stems, like some T-handle valve stems. So when I put those T-handle valve stems on my 2016 Gold Wing, I didn't no longer have to worry about my ABS light flashing. So even though I had a car tire, or whether I was going to a motorcycle tire, it didn't matter. My tire pressure monitoring sensors or system was disabled on that 2016 Honda Gold Wing, and I didn't have to worry about that light anymore. You know, that's one of the things about the previous generation that I didn't like, is that tire pressure monitoring light. So you can see if your dealership will just disable it, and you don't have to worry about that light flashing. And then you can put on your Fobo tire pressure monitoring, which screws on to the valve stems, and you can see your tire pressures right in your phone. And that works great. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Check this out. I'm going to show you how I like these Fobos. I'm going to go to my app on my phone. I'm going to go and I'm going to show you guys in real time my tire pressure without even cranking up the bike. So I'm going to give it a minute. It's going to take a minute to actually, let's see, one of them already kicked on. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's a lot of light there. Can you guys see it? Let me zoom in. Can we see that? There we go. Let me back it off a little bit. Can you guys see that? Anyway, maybe if I turn down the brightness, maybe that'll help. Can you guys see my tire pressure? So that's the thing I like about the Fobo tire pressure monitoring. On the new style Honda Go Wing, you got to crank the bike up, and I think you have to actually ride. No, I think you just crank the bike up, and you can see your tire pressure. The thing I like about the Phobos is that I can see my pressure without the bike even running, and it gives me the pressure in real time. So on this bike, I have the Phobos and I have the original OEM tire pressure monitoring system active. So I can click the button and see my pressure, or I can go to my phone and see my pressure. On the previous generation, I disabled tire pressure monitoring. I put on the Phobos, and I was still able to see my pressures on my phone on the previous generation. Lorenzo actually went on my YouTube and made a donation. Thank you, man. I see it, my brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Lorenzo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Lorenzo, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna save your number, Lorenzo. As a matter of fact, Lorenzo, text me. Text me at the number you called me at, 901-468-9032. I'm gonna lock you in. I'm gonna send you something there, Lorenzo. 901-468-9032. Let me go back here. Hey, Lorenzo, just for making that donation, man, you know what I'm going to do for you? Man, I'm going to send you a Caliente flag, my brother. I'm going to send you the Caliente flag. So I want you to text me your shipping information, your name and your shipping information. Text it to the phone number that was on the screen, 901-468-9032. I'm going to send you a Caliente flag because you made a donation. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. If you guys want to order your Caliente flag, you can order it by texting me, or you can call me at 901-468-9032 if you guys want to get you a Caliente flag for your motorcycle. I'm going to send you one of these, Lorenzo. Thank you, my brother. And you can put this on your bike, and you can fly it with pride. Appreciate that. If any of you guys want to make a donation, hey, man, go to YouTube. Click on that thanks button. It's got a little $sign. Click on that, man, and just make a little donation. I appreciate it. If you guys want to buy your boy Chris a cup of coffee, or if you just want to show me your appreciation, hey, man, I appreciate it. Mike King is watching. Okay, Mike King, I see you, my brother. Demond said, hey, Chris, do you believe that the Gold Wing should make a different variety of colors for Gold Wing due to my grandfather had a black and yellow one years ago? And I think they should make, I really think they should make two Gold Wing models. I think they should make a big Gold Wing, and I think they should make a smaller Gold Wing. Because you got a lot of big guys out there that want a big bike. So they're looking for a big bike. And I think that's one of the things that they fail to understand overseas about the American riders. They like big houses, big cars, big motorcycles. They don't want small. Small is okay. I love the small bike. Don't get me wrong. But you got guys out there that want big. So in my opinion, they should have made 2 bikes. A big bike and a smaller bike. Just upscale the big bike. And you can still make the same size for this bike. So you just have the same bike, just one is bigger. And then they can evaluate which bike is actually selling the most. If one bike is selling more than the other, then they may want to discontinue the smaller bike. But I would have put 2 bikes out there. And I just would have made one bigger and for the big guys and just see how that bike is selling. And I would, give different varieties of colors, just like cars. I would probably have 3 or 4 different colors for one size, or the same for the big bike. Just 2 different bikes, 2 different sizes with multiple colors, in my opinion. Fred Johnson. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. That's the first lady saying, get off of that. That's not what she said, but that's the first lady. She's saying, you better get off that live out there. I need you here. Fred Johnson, agrees, sir. Advertising is everything. Lots of companies are still in the 1930s. We live watching you on YouTube. Amazing, cool. Yeah, and that's all I'm saying, Fred. I know I'm not gonna get. I'm sorry. Give me just a second. Man, stuff is always breaking. Do you guys get tired of stuff breaking? I promise you, man, I just purchased a new washing machine, probably in the last 5 months, if that long. It's just a few months ago. And now I'm being told that it's not spinning. Man, it seems like the things that's being made overseas, man, is just cheaply made. You go into these places like Home Depot and Lowe's, or wherever you buy your washer and dryer, and they offer you a warranty, which you better take it, because this stuff is not holding up. A lot of times these circuit boards and things like that, they're not holding up. So you go purchase a brand new Maytag, and 2 or 3 months later your washing machine is not working properly. So a lot of this stuff is being manufactured overseas, and it doesn't hold up. So that's why you got to be really careful about where you purchase your products. Even with this bike, the Suo 2000, which is a Chinese bike, it looks good, but how well is it going to hold up? See, anybody can be fooled with some paint and some gloss. Anybody can be fooled with something that's shiny and nice looking, but how well is it going to hold up? That's one of the reasons why I like my Goldwing, man. This thing, to me, is bulletproof. I've been across country a couple times on this bike, haven't had no issues, even on my big bike. No more than maybe a battery or something, but as far as the bike itself, it's solid. So you got to be careful where you purchase your items at. But yeah, Fred, back to your original point about the advertising. I appreciate you guys watching me, and that's the thing about it, man. You know, when you send me your product and I put it out there, I'm not gonna be able to reach every person out there that, you know, watching videos on Gold Wings. You know, people have their preferences on who they like to watch, but for the people that do watch, you know, all it does is make the company money. And so why would you not want to send me your product? I'm just saying. How did I change the oil in my Harley Davidson? I didn't know you had a Harley Davidson. You ain't got no Harley. Stop playing. I know you don't have no Harley Davidson. If you do, send me a picture of it. Rockman said, do I have an email address for people to ask a question? Yeah, you can email me at chriscaliente@yahoo.com. chriscaliente@yahoo.com. Robert Richardson says he uses a wireless quad lock for charging a phone. Yeah, I use the Gold Strike wireless phone charger to charge my phone, but you still got to run a power cable to the actual phone holder itself. So it's gonna be a cable somewhere in the configuration. You got to run a power cable to plug into at least the part that holds the phone to be able to charge the phone. So, and that's what I was saying about the new style Honda Goldwing. If they have gone to a wireless Apple CarPlay, and you pair your bike, if you pair your phone to the bike, and you're gonna have to pair your headset to the bike most likely, are they still gonna give you that power cable inside of the glove box? I think they should, even though if they go into a wireless, that it still should include a power cable there in the glove box. So I don't know if they're gonna give it to you or not. But it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me on this 2025 if they don't give you that cable, because they took away navigation and they added wireless Apple CarPlay / Android Auto. And if Honda trying to save money, they may say, well, why do they need to plug in the phone if we giving it to them wireless? So it wouldn't surprise me. You know, hopefully they don't think like that, and hopefully they still give you the cable. You know, so you can still charge your phone whether you want to hook up the Apple CarPlay or not. But don't be surprised if they have taken that cable away. I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying don't be surprised if they do. Hey, Lorenzo, make sure you text me your information, man, while I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, so the first lady says it's working. All right, good. That's one less thing I have to fix. I get tired of stuff breaking. Terry C., Nebraska. Appreciate you there, Terry. Quam said, how much would I charge to dark side to rear your bike? That looks good and comfortable. Hey, Quam, if you're serious, brother, you got my phone number, 901-468-9032. You can call me, or you can just text me. Quam, you can text me, 901-468-9032. How many other content creators out there put their phone number out there? I'm just saying. How many other content creators are trying to do a meetup and meet up with you guys and ride with you? I'm just saying. Road Glide. Also, the inspiration for thousands worldwide and customization and how to light up the world with your gold wing. Thank you, Chris. Hey, I appreciate your Road Glide. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man. Russ. Good morning, Chris. What's the mileage on Big Sexy when you had the fork seals done? Noticed some black gunk on the right fork when wiping down. 53K. Is that when you pulled on all balls? Wondered. What? Hey, Russ, I don't remember. I could probably pull up the video and see, did I mention at what miles did I change out my fork seals? I don't remember. I would have to probably go to my maintenance sheet that I keep, my spreadsheet. I don't know if I even put that in my maintenance records. I don't know if I did or didn't. Sometimes I don't always get a chance to go put that in the records. But I don't have the 16 anymore, so I don't know. I can probably go back and look at the video and mention and see if I mentioned it, but I can't tell you off the top of my head how many miles I had on my gold wing when I actually changed the fork seals. The 2018 Tour, 30,000 miles, 40% of value to new price to trade on a 2025, a DC dealer quote. 2018 Tour, 30,000 miles, 40% of value to the new price. Dennis Johnson said my bike is the Denali, a motorcycle. Thumbs up. Hey, thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Road Glide. Number 1, Caliente outdoor miles, coast to coast, meeting the public or in the garage. Okay, I appreciate that. Hey, man, go to my YouTube channel and click that thanks button. Make a small donation to the Caliente Garage. Quam said, I have a space bike. Brian said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was 5 minutes behind. Okay, Brian, he put deflectors were purchased from AliExpress. Okay, I'm not familiar with. I've heard of them. I've never used them. Rockman, where did you get your helmets from the back hanging up? Man, I got Revzilla. I purchased all my helmets on Revzilla. Revzilla.com. Let's do this here. Let's do this here. He was asking about my helmets, and we're gonna do this here. So this is where I purchased my helmets, Revzilla, and I think Revzilla is actually a sister company to Cycle Gear. Either Revzilla owns Cycle Gear or Cycle Gear owns Revzilla. I'm not sure, but they are the same company. I think they're sister companies. I purchased my helmets there, which I have the Neotech 2. Let's see what they charging for the Neotech 2 now. I think at the time I paid about $800 for mine with tax. Let's see what they're charging. Why am I getting this stupid message here? What's going on with the shoe and Neotex? Okay, so they don't have the Neotech 2s. Man, they charging, wow, $900. Wow, look at what they charging for a Neotech 3. $900. And then you got to add tax. So for us, that's like $10 for every 100. So that'll be $990. Yeah, I think I paid around $800 for my helmet at the time. Wow. Man, they are charging a lot for a shoey, man. Look at that. They charging $1,000 just for the extra $100 for the color. Look at that. So this stuff ain't cheap, man. I promise you that. Let's see what they charging for a HJC. Let's see what they're charging for an HJC helmet. See, you can get you a I-90, which is on sale right now for $192. And it's a closeout. Let me see, they only have 3X's and 4X's. So this is the HJC I-91. They got a C91. Now, if you look at this helmet, it looks like it has some kind of Bluetooth built on it. So that's going to be, it looks like that's what that is. I can't tell if that's a cover. Let's look and see. Okay, so that just may be. Okay. So you could get you a HJC helmet, man, for less than $300. Free shipping on orders over $49. But this is where I get my helmets from, Revzilla. Let me go back to my main. Yeah, that's where I get my helmets from. Behind me, I have what? I have 2 shoeys and 4 HJC helmets. So I get all of my helmets from Revzilla.com. Brian said he loved the jacket. Hey, I appreciate it, man. This actually was given to me by Ryder Solo out of Philly. So shouts out to Ryder Solo for sending me the Caliente jacket that I'm wearing here today. It's one of my favorite jackets for my Gold Wing. Rockman, how was the process like buying your Gold Wing motorcycle from the Honda dealership and financing, brother? Are dealerships good people to finance Gold Wings motorcycles? Are they good dealer? I got you there, Lorenzo. I got your information there, Lorenzo. I appreciate it. I'm going to send you that Caliente flag. But Rock... But Rockman was asking how's the process of buying a Gold Wing from the Honda dealership and financing. I bought this Honda Gold Wing from Southern Honda Power Sports. My salesman name was Mitch Gratton. Mitch Grattan. So if you guys need a good gold wing, I purchased mine from Southern Honda. Mitch Grattan is my salesman. Also, DFW Honda is also a great place to purchase a Honda gold wing. As far as, is Honda a good place to finance a motorcycle? For me, if I was going to go buy a motorcycle and I was going to finance it, I would see what kind of interest. Well, there it goes back to credit. If you guys got bad credit trying to buy a motorcycle, you know, you're not going to get the best interest rate, even if you can even get approved. But if you got good credit, if your credit is good, we're not going to talk about the credit score, but let's just say good credit. If you got good credit, and you go to purchase your gold wing, you can always look to see or find out what is the interest rate that Honda is charging if they finance the bike. Sometimes they may run special interest rates depending on the year model. You know, since they're out with the 2025, you know, I can't see them putting a special interest rate on that. But I don't know. I hadn't looked into it. But if you was going to go out and buy a new motorcycle, I would find out if there's any special interest rates on that motorcycle that Honda is offering. Or do they have any creditors that's offering a special interest rate? And is the interest rate lower for a previous model in comparison to the new 2025? They may be the same. So in other words, if you're looking at a 2025, the interest rate on the 2025 may be the same on the 2023. I don't know. Or are they going to give you a special interest rate on the 2023 that they're not giving you on the 2025? So I will look to see if they are offering a special interest rate. And I would also check with my local credit union, because credit union generally offers the very good rates. Or if you're a member of Navy Federal, they generally offer very good rates. Sometimes they'll offer you lower rates for lower months. So they may say, well, we'll give you hypothetically 3% for 36 months, you know, or it may be, you know, 5% for 60 months. So you got to kind of see, you know, where you stand as far as how long you want to finance your bike. So you just got to do a little homework and just make the decision that's best for you. Sometimes you got some companies out there that may even offer a 0 interest rate. So you have to do your due diligence and shop around. You have to shop around, get online and start looking to see who offer good motorcycle rates, kind of find out what is the average rate of a motorcycle, and find out if anybody is offering a special promotion, you know, to finance a motorcycle. You know, motorcycles are not like cars. You know, a lot of times you can find good interest rates on cars and trucks, but not on motorcycles. You know, a few years ago you could, but it seems like nowadays, you know, the banks want to make more money. So these billionaires want to get richer and richer. So they want to charge you more interest on these loans. So just make sure that you do your homework. If your credit is bad, you're not going to get the best deal on financing, even if you can even get approved. Man, I've been on with you guys for a minute. Richard Williamson is watching. Cornelius Russell waiting for you to set up the Gold Wing meetup. Where you live, Cornelius? What city, what state you live? And be sure to let me know what city, what state you guys are watching from. I'm just curious to know how far my videos actually get out. Crystal Clear and Smooth. Ray Action Jackson. I had one rider to text me and said that he got the boat recall done on his bike, and he had his bike back within like a day or two. I mean, it was no time. I hope my recall go that smooth. Clifton Humphreys, I turned it into a trike. I guess I want to put a show chrome on my see chrome on my motorcycles. I want to put chrome on my motorcycle. I have a gold wing. I turned it into a trike. And you're in Columbia. Is that Columbia? What state is Columbia? Or are you in South Columbia? Like South America, Columbia? Sonic said HJC has good low cost helmets and is the number one sales by volume. Hey man, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys, and this is the truth. You guys may not even believe me. My HJC helmet is just as comfortable as my Shoei helmet. So my $200 HJC helmet is just as comfortable as my $800 Neotech helmet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish in the helmets they would put more padding at the top of the helmet, at the crown of the helmet. The Shoei give you some soft cheek pads inside of the helmet, but on the top or the crown is very little padding. So I'm sure there are some people out there that may disagree and say, well, the Shoei is going to be better than the HJC. If I could take those cheek pads out of the Shoei and put them into the HJC, I would say the HJC feels better. So, you know, the Shoei helmet is maybe just a tad bit lighter. Maybe just an ounce lighter. I mean, just very little. But the cheek pads are soft. They are comfortable on the Shoei. But when I put on my HJC helmet, it's just as comfortable as the Shoei helmet. And I'm referring to my I-90. My I-90. So if you guys want to get a helmet, you don't have to go out there and spend $800 on a Shoei. And you can get a HJC helmet like the, I'm assuming the I-91, and be just as comfortable, and you didn't have to spend as much money. Rockman, I always wanted to know, is recalls free or people have to pay for it? It's to my understanding with this primary drive boat recall, it is free. They're going to have to drop the oil. So the oil change is going to come with the recall, but you got to pay for the filters. So on the DCT, you got the regular oil filter, and then you have the transmission oil filter. So the oil change will be free, but the filters are not, according to what I've heard. But anytime the dealership do a recall, yes, it's supposed to be absolutely free. Robert says he saw Southern Power Sports has no dock fees. Yeah, you can get a good deal at Southern Honda Power Sports. Like I said, you can, if you're in the Texas area, you could go to DFW Honda. I'm sure they will give you a good deal as well. Tell them Caliente sent you. Eric DeGenova. Eric DeGenova, watching from New Hampshire. Clifton is in DC right now. I'm in Columbia. I'm from DC right now in Columbia. Rockman, I needed a beginner helmets for an affordable price. Rockman, just get you a HJC, man. It's a good helmet. Oh, you want to be funny, huh? I hear you. And we got a donation from M. Willman. Thanks for everything, Chris. I know it's a lot of work. Hey, thank you, Wilham. M. Wilham. Hey, I appreciate it, M. Wilham. Text me, Wilham. I'm gonna send you a Caliente flag, my brother. Text me. You made a donation. I'm gonna send you a Caliente flag. So text me your name and your shipping information. Text it to this number right here. 901-468-9032. If you made a donation, I'm gonna send you a Caliente flag. Okay? So text it your shipping information to that number. Otherwise, I don't know how to send it to you. Appreciate you there, M. Wilham. I love my viewers, man. You guys are the greatest. McMiller, will you ever consider a gold wing trike? Yeah, I will. Honestly, when I had both of my gold wings, I was going to take that 2016 gold wing and trike it out. And then I thought, maybe I should trike out the DCT since it has the dual clutch transmission. And I was actually fixing to get a trike. I was gonna trike out my bike, but I ended up getting my Corvette, and I scrapped the whole idea of getting a trike. But to answer your original question, Cedric McMiller, will I consider a gold wing trike? Yes, I think trikes are really nice. There's a lot of guys out there that say, man, I just love the two wheels. I couldn't see myself on three. I get it. Everybody is different. For me personally, I think trikes are nice. Okay. Greetings. Recently found your channel and subscribed after last year moving up to an 08 wing from Honda PCX. Do you ever ride in the Erie, Pennsylvania or Niagara Falls area? I will be this summer. I will be up there heading that way this summer. So I want you to text me your information and I'll let you know when I'm coming up. And that's the entire MC. The entire MC. Text me at 901-468-9032. Text me your name and where you're located. Man, the first lady said my breakfast is ready. She told me to come and get it. I'm gonna have to get out here in a minute, man. I gotta go get my breakfast. It'll be lunchtime in a minute. Dave Grattan, morning, Chris. Just wanted to know if you edit your videos all day, does the first lady get mad at you? If I did something like that, I would be in the doghouse. Slow Pocket out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Dave. Hey, I appreciate that, Dave. The first lady is understanding. She know that this is, one of the things I like to do. It is a hobby of mine. She don't really bother me. She lets me just do what I want to do. So no, she don't get mad. She don't bother me. Sometimes she has her moments. If I just put too much time into this, but 9 times out of 10, she don't say anything. I hope that answers your question there, Dave, out of Pittsburgh. Are the gold, let's see, Demond, are the seats on the gold wings comfortable to sit on, or do they offer customized services at Honda to fix that to make it more comfortable to sit on? Well, with the new 2025 Honda Goldwing, I noticed that they are offering a custom seat as an option. So I don't know how comfortable that seat is because the 2025 is not available. To my understanding, I don't know if they're out in the dealerships yet. But when I purchased my 2021, my seat was hard as a brick. I mean, it was like riding a log. So I ended up changing out my seat and going with a custom seat. So do they offer services at Honda to fix that? Not that I'm aware of. It's to my understanding that with this new Honda Goldwing that you can purchase a custom seat through them. Anything prior to that, I don't think so. And Wilhelm, apparently the Michelins have just came out. Thanks, Chris, for all you do. Have you ever thought about channel membership? Man, not really. I have. I thought about it, but I haven't thought about it. Not for YouTube. And, my question is, would people actually want to pay for a membership to be on the YouTube channel? I could barely get you guys to send me a cup of coffee donation. Now you guys are going to pay memberships? I don't know. So I thought about it on one hand, but not on the other hand. Because I just really feel like people rather get stuff free. And when you start trying to charge people, are they really going to support? Like I said, it's hard getting people to just even click the thanks button and just make a small donation. So now I want to charge them for a membership to come to the channel. I don't know. It's just like these lottery tickets. They saying that I don't generally play lotteries. I will kind of play it if the numbers get up big. But just like with starting April 1st, I think, with the Mega Millions, they going up to $5 a ticket. And so I know I'm not going to be playing Mega Millions anymore. I'm not paying $5 for a ticket just on principle, on something that I know I'm probably not going to win anyway. So I guess from their point of view, they're looking at how much extra money that they can make if they charge $5 a ticket, because I'm sure they're looking at it like if we sold, so hypothetically, if we sold 1 million tickets a year and we only charge $2 a ticket, that's only what, $2 million, right? I'm just using that for example. But if we charge $5 a ticket and we sold the same amount of Mega Million tickets, that's $5 million. But I think one thing that they're not calculating is that people may not want to pay that $5 fee. So now when you was adding in all of the tickets that you thought you was going to sell and make all this extra money, you end up selling less tickets because of the price. So you can actually price yourself out of selling an item. So I think that's one of the mistakes that they're making about increasing the price. I think they're believing that they're going to get more money. Overall, I think they're going to get less money because people are not going to want to pay that additional money just to play a lottery that they're probably not going to win anyway. $1 or $2, I won't miss that. But $5, it's the principle, at least for me in my case. Yeah, I will be heading that way around the end of May, 1st of June. New Jersey. Yep. I will definitely be riding up that way. Man, how long I've been on with you guys? I've been on with you guys for what, like a couple of hours? Demond said, I don't have money for memberships due to the prices is going up on eggs right now. Did you guys really think the price of eggs was going to go down? Did you guys fall for that banana in the tailpipe? Really? I don't even eat eggs. You know, the first lady, she eat eggs every day. I stopped eating eggs when I was a kid. I don't even eat eggs, so I don't even look at the price, but nah. I knew the price of eggs wasn't going down. Once people start getting a certain amount of money, they don't want to undo it. And with these rich billionaires making all of this money, do you think they want to make less money? They want to make more money. So I don't see them saying, hey, we're going to just take a price cut. You know, I don't think so. People are greedy. For the love of money is the root of all evil. So you guys out there have been complaining about the prices. Oh, you're going to really be complaining about the prices here shortly. Keep living. Do Revzilla offer affordable prices for motorcycle jackets? What are their returns? Free or people have to pay for them? One thing I do like about Revzilla, they do have a good return policy. I think long as the tags are still on it and they're the jacket is not wore out. I mean, it's not, worn or damaged. I think they'll take it back. Revzilla got a real good return policy. Any plans to go to Myrtle Beach Bike Week? No, I don't have any plans to go to Myrtle Beach. I think I'm gonna go north. I've been east. I always go west. I go south. I'm gonna go north for 2025. Sonic say, enjoy your weekend and breakfast. Rockman, Chris is the best. He answered all of our questions. I appreciate it there, Rockman. Cliff said, I get so much information from you. I appreciate your chat. This is my first time on the chat. I was going to get out here and ride, but I think they're calling for some rain. I figure I'd just hang out with you guys this morning. Jonah. What's up, Jonah? I see you, man, out there in San Bernardino. Jonah, are you going to trade that 2018 for the 2025? I'm going to end this thing in about 5 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down, my brother. Cornelius in South Haven. What's up, Cornelius? You waiting for the Gold Wing meetup, huh? I Coop. Good afternoon, my brother. What's going on? I see you. Y'all guys got any more questions for me before I end this live feed? I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes and I'm gonna shut this thing down, man. I just want to make sure that my system is working as it should. I had to replace it. And so far, everything has been working fine. I think they do these updates through the middle of the night, man, to mess your system up. Because I didn't do anything different to my system, and the next thing I know, it was not even working. I don't know what was going on. My internet was fine, but my system was just I think they do these updates through the middle of the night, break your system, and force you to go out and get a new one. Cool, man. Hey, Chris, I really appreciate you making your YouTube content for free. Due to times are tough right now. I lost everything during the pandemic. My house, my motorcycle, and everything. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, cool, man. I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm sorry you lost your house and everything due to the pandemic. That was pretty bad for a lot of people, man. I mean, we still trying to recover from that mess. So yeah, I try to do these videos for free. I try to get back to YouTube. I don't charge money to do my videos. I don't charge money for the maintenance, for the information that I do put out there. But I can understand why some people may want to charge, because it's not free, buying the equipment, buying, the stuff that it takes to do the videos. And, some people don't have a job. So making videos is their source of income. So thank God for me, YouTube is my hobby. If I don't make any videos, it doesn't change anything. But for some people, that's how they pay the rent. So, they're going to charge for their videos. They're going to charge for the maintenance. And, they want to get paid. They look at YouTube as an investment. And they want a return on their investment. So they're not making these videos for the fun. I'm probably amongst a few people that just make videos for a hobby. So, but yeah, you're welcome, cool, man. I'm sorry you lost everything. So hopefully my videos have been able to get you through some of your tough times and helping you to save money on working on your bike and giving you guys some ideas on how you can, do things to your motorcycle. Robin said, I look younger with my new system. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, I was not planning on replacing it. Trust me, I was fussing the whole time. I could have probably fixed my system, but it would have took me a while to figure it out. Or I could have easily just went and jumped on my main system in the house. But, I have this system out here for a reason. And when I couldn't get it to work properly, that just really, as you guys remember that old game where it says, you sank my battleship. You guys are probably too young to remember that. But when my system wasn't working, it was like, you sank my battleship. Coop, this is crazy time with Trump making all these changes. Really? This is crazy time. This is what the American people wanted. Some people see his boldness as a form of strong leadership. I don't see it like that. I think you should be working with the other side and trying to come up with a resolution that's best for the American people. But, these guys are playing bully ball. It's my ball, it's my court, and you play by my rules, or you can go home. And I don't agree with that. But, of course, it's, I'm just who am I? So it's going to get even crazier. And the sad part, the thing that boggles my mind, you got people that go along with this crap. That's the part that boggles my mind. You know, if you guys found out I was robbing banks and cheating people out of their money and I'm sure you guys wouldn't support me. I know you wouldn't. I'm sure people will say, "Oh, I can't follow Chris. Oh, no, he's robbing banks and he's snatching old lady purses and he's doing a bunch of undermining things. I can't go along with that." Well, how can you go along with all this other stuff that's going on? That's the thing that boggles my mind. I don't get it. You know, vote how you vote. Do you? But I can't go along with something if it ain't right. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. It could be my brother, my sister, my mama, my dad. It doesn't matter. But what boggles my mind, people will go along with things even though it's not right. So, you know, that's the day and age we live in. That's the day and age we live in. So, you know, we living in some tough times. So do you, man, whatever. I'm going to be all right either way it go. But I feel sorry for, you know, I feel sorry for a lot of people that's going to be affected by these, you know, this bully ball. Terry said that's how wars start. Yep, I agree. I'm sure you're going to have some people going to get mad at me and say, "Oh, I'm not watching his videos because he talked about politics. I came over here to watch motorcycle. I don't want to hear nothing about no." Well, if you want to leave, leave. You know, the things that get me, people will say, "Well, I'm unsubscribing." You ain't got to unsubscribe. You ain't got to say nothing. Just click unsubscribe. I will never know you gone. But people love to say, "Oh, I'm unsubscribing to your channel. You talked about politics and I'm unsubscribing." Hey man, I don't even know you're there. So all you got to do is click unsubscribe and you out of there. No harm, no foul. Like I said, YouTube is my hobby. But if a man don't stand up for what he believes, he'll fall for anything. You know, when I look at some of the stuff that's going on, I think about, you know, Heaven's Gate. Y'all remember Heaven's Gate? Where these people was following this maniac. And he told them that if you want to go to heaven, you're going to have to, die, commit suicide, and then you're going to catch the comet. Y'all remember that? It was called Heaven's Gate, and this was actually out of California. And I think this was, I can't remember, I think this was after Jim Jones. I know y'all know about the Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid and all of that. You know, the sad part, man, you got people that will follow anything. You know, right or wrong, they'll follow it. So, but yeah, when I look at a lot of the stuff that's going on, I think about Heaven's Gate, where these people was following this guy. And he told them that they was all gonna, you know, I guess he had them all to put on new tennis shoes, and they all dressed up in a certain outfit, and they all they committed suicide at the same time, thinking that they was gonna catch this, what was it called, the bobtail comet or something like that. That was so people to follow anything, man. Birds of a feather flock together, man. It was, you guys can look it up. Matter of fact, we'll do this here. I don't have no cut cards. We're going to do this here right quick. I'm going to get off of this subject, and I got to go in there and eat my breakfast. Okay, let me go here and just show y'all what I'm talking about. It's just entertaining. All right, let's go to the browser. This guy here, it was called Heaven Gate, records his farewell message in 2020, the cult next door.
This survivor is speaking out for the first time about her harrowing life inside the notorious Heaven's Gate cult, led by wacko Marshall Applewhite.
You have to trust me. You have to believe me.
Janet Gibbons was a vulnerable 16-year-old when she moved into the mansion. She lived there for 5 years. Now she's talking to ABC's Diane Sawyer.
My guess is 3/4 of the people never set foot out the door, and I was one of them. Ever. Right? And there probably wasn't even any open windows. It was like a little spaceship.
This is never-before-seen home video inside the cult, where every minute was controlled, including when and how they slept.
We were divided into 3 shifts. 3 people shared a bed.
Showers were cut off at 6 minutes. There were also rules about not talking. Janet says she went for years without speaking. Finally, she was permitted to find work as a waitress.
Luckily, we did start restaurant jobs at the very end because I hadn't spoken probably in 4 years.
That taste of freedom convinced Janet it was time to escape.
39 feet up.
These giddy farewell videos were recorded by the cultists, knowing they were about to commit mass suicide. They were brainwashed into believing Earth was about to be destroyed, and they had to board an alien spaceship that would transport them to a higher level of existence.
Your only chance to survive or evacuate is to leave with us.
Among the
So I'm just saying, I know you guys know about it. You know, I'm not making this stuff up. So you got to be careful of who you follow. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who they are. So when people start doing certain things, hey man, as far as I can go with you. So you got people out there that go along with things even though they're not right because they feel like they're a part of something. So, you know, I'm not telling you guys what to do and how to do it, but I'm just saying, man. So when I look at a lot of stuff that's going on, I think about stuff like that. You know, you got people, man, they'll follow. You know, people, man, they'll follow anything. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, for the people out there that say, hey, Chris, man, you talking about politics, I'm going to unsubscribe. Hey, man, this is my hobby. So anyway, let me get off of that. Let me get off of that. Let me stick to the gold wing. One more minute. I'm going to shut this thing down. Jonah, dealers in California want an extra $170 to change the air filter. And that's what I kind of talked about earlier, Jonah. To change the air filter on a bike, man, it takes a lot. So for me, if I was going to do the boat recall, I would do the air filter since they're already working on the bike. Even if they charge me an extra 100 or 2, it would be worth it. You know, unfortunately, Honda built the bike around the air filter, and it's hard to change the air filter. It's a lot you have to take off, a lot of Tupperware pieces. I mean, it's a lot. It was a lot for me. And then putting all of that back. So, yeah, if they're already working on a bike and they're going to charge you $170, for me personally, it would be worth it for me. You know, but you got some people out there, they don't want to spend no money. So I get it. But if that's all they want is an extra $170 to do your air filter, you might as well, unless you're going to do it yourself. And if you try to get a video, if you go to YouTube and look at how to change the air filter, there are no videos out there for free on how to change the air filter. Not for free is not. Now you may, and when you look at those videos, they already have the bike broke down. They already have the panels off. They got everything already off the bike, and they'll say, well, you know, but I want to see how you took the bike apart. How did you get to the air filter? I know the air filter is there. I know what it's going to look like with everything off the bike. I want to see how you got to the air filter. So for those kind of videos out on YouTube, it's going to be a cost. Whether it's you buying a maintenance DVD or whether you buying a membership to somebody's channel, you know, there's no free videos. There's no free videos on how to change the air filter. I do have my video on how I did it. I'm contemplating on should I even put it up, because it was a lot, and then it's going to take me a lot of editing. So I don't know. The jury is still out on it. If I'm gonna actually put up my video on how to change the air filter, I will probably have some people mad at me because I'm giving away the secrets. I'm just saying. But back to your original statement, they want 170 to do the air filter. Man, they already working on it. Just pay the money. Because if you just went in just for a regular air filter, if you just went to any Honda dealership and say, hey, I want you to change the air filter on my Honda Goldwing, and you don't have any accessories on there, just bare bone, I could see them easily charging you $400, just easily. And I could be wrong. I don't know what they're charging, but I know I'm in the ballpark. If you got accessories on your bike, it's probably going to be even more because now they got to unhook all of these accessories and move wires and things like that. So if they're doing the boat recall and they're saying, hey, we want 170. Yeah, to me, it will be worth it. But I wouldn't go back with a paper air filter. I would go back with a K&N because at least a K&N, I think is good for $75,000. Whereas the paper air filter, it says change every 16,000. You could probably extend it maybe twice as long, but you know, a paper air filter is not going to be as good. So with that being said, yeah, 170. I'm not afraid of it. Yeah, change my air filter. Unless you're going to do it yourself. Now, BT Moto has a few videos on changing the air filter. Yeah, but BT Moto didn't walk you through step by step on how to get that air filter changed. They just said, hey, this is this, or they showed you this, but they didn't walk you through it. If anybody got a video link to show you step by step on how to take the air filter off to get to that bike, put it in the description. And I guarantee you, there's no videos on YouTube that shows you step by step. There's the videos that's going to show you what it looks like after it's done. Or they may say, well, I have to do this, but they didn't show you how they did it. But there's no videos for free that shows you step by step. Tom Von Sharon. Good day, brother. Just got in. Have to be up to see what's going on. Maybe you can do that air cleaner video in a few segments. Would definitely be worth watching. I'm sure it would. I may have to do like some of the other guys in charge. I may have to do like some of the other guys that's selling maintenance DVDs and they selling memberships to the channel, man. I may have to do like that, man. Everybody trying to make money. I'll text it to you when I get my PC. Peter Gambo, certainly is the labor of love. One wants to change the air filter on your own. It seems to me 170 is a steal. And that's what I was saying, Peter. You know, I think that's a good price. 170. They already down there working on this boat. So if I got to give you 170 to change the air filter, then you got to buy the air filter. So you're going to probably be out at least a couple $100 additional, maybe a little bit more with tax, maybe two. What they charging for an air filter at the dealership? About what, $40 maybe? So you add that on top of the 170. Or I don't know if the 170 includes the air filter. I don't know. But that's still, to be knowing everything that has to be done, even if it came out to $250, in my personal opinion, it would be worth it because they already there. That's one less thing you got to worry about. Peter says $100 an hour labor is normal. Yeah, some of them are charging more than that. Some of them charging per half hour. You know, some of them charging $100 for a half hour. So, you know, that's not a bad price. It's a bad price because Honda built the bike around Honda built the Goldwing around the air filter. That makes it a bad price, but it is what it is. And since it's down in that Honda hellhole, You're gonna have to do it yourself, or you're gonna have to pay to get it done. So if somebody's gonna charge you, let's just make up a number of $250. That still, to me, is a good price, because otherwise you got to tear the bike down yourself. So you can tear it down yourself and not spend the $200 and hypothetically $50 plus the air filter, or however they charging, or you can tear it down yourself, save yourself the labor charge, and just buy the filter. That's what I did. I did it myself. I wanted to challenge myself to even see if I could do it first and foremost. But I was prepared to just pay to get it done. That's the thing about these motorcycles. They're expensive. What's up with this breakfast? 5 minutes are up. Your breakfast is getting cold. Maybe I should just have her bring it out to me. You guys think I can get her to bring it to me? Let's see. I'm gonna text her. Let's do a experiment and see if I can get the first lady to bring it out to me. Let's see. Now, I'm going to, because y'all keep telling me I need to go get my breakfast. I'm going to see if she'll bring it to me. A good first lady will bring you your breakfast. Rockman saying 170 is not bad, Chris. If you do it by yourself, probably end up messing it all up. Bring it back to a dealership, Chris. Oh, well, yeah, I guess if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, that's true too. I'm getting a low battery here. Let's see, what can we do about that? Close that out. Let's see here. Oh, okay. You saying you like jokes. Terry said, well, Chris, why do you think they made the air filter so difficult? I know why they made it difficult. So you can bring it to them and they can charge you more money. Everything revolves around money. Honda could have made the gold wing to where the air filter was just Okay, she said she gonna bring it to me, y'all. Test it. We testing the black woman today. See if it's the black woman test. See if she'll bring you breakfast. Yeah, Terry, I think they just put it there because it just... I really don't know that. Maybe that was the only way to really design the Gold Wing the way that the engine is made. But in my simple mind, I think they could have just made a cartridge to slide that air filter in. Maybe maybe some kind of air box on the front of the bike where you wouldn't have to go way close to the engine. So I don't know. I just think they did it to get more money, but I don't know. V-Law said, Chris, I'm pushing it. Okay, let's see here. Somebody else says, okay, time to eat breakfast. I'm waiting, y'all. My breakfast gonna be cold by the time we get out here. See if she's gonna bring it to me. She might be pulling my, as they say, I'm just pulling your leg. Oh, okay. Thanks, baby. Look at that. Black woman passed the test. Hey, man, I told you. I told you, didn't it? Okay. Yeah, she gone now. Dave said, I'll be in a dollhouse if she brings it to you. Hey, there it is. She brought it to me, man. I'm telling you, man. I shouldn't be eating. That's not right if I eat in front of you guys, isn't it? Let me sit this to. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to eat in front of you guys. That wouldn't be right. I'm going to go ahead and end this live feed, man, so my breakfast don't get cold. Tom Vaughn. Hugs to that woman. Oh, yeah, she hooked me up, man. Look at that. She got me some biscuits. Good country biscuits. Got me some hash browns. And got some bacon. Tastes so good, you'll slap your mama. And she brought me a napkin. So what I'm gonna do. All right, y'all. It's time for me to end this feed. I've been on here long enough. If you guys have any questions or comments, be sure to put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, you can click the like button. If you don't like my channel, hey, unsubscribe. I will never know you gone. Just click unsubscribe and you out of there. It's just that easy. But I think my viewers are smarter than that. Anyway, this is your boy Chris. Out in the Caliente Garage. Out in the Caliente Garage. And I will talk to you guys later. See ya.